What is good, my anime people? What is good, you? So, with Food War making itself known in the grand scheme of being weird and having some interesting character designs and character personalities, we have someone in this show now that straight up cooks with a chainsaw. Only in Food War, man. Like someone else that everybody's just unique from Nor, which makes sense. They need to be unique, so they're that much more entertaining when they're actually defeated at the end of the day. So I thought that was pretty funny to just see them kind of throwing out a whole new look of characters and just ways that they're gonna cook, I guess, in general. I mean, there was a good opportunity to show us two or maybe even three, but instead they only kind of show us one of the abilities of the Nor, and that was only that they would cook some of the best and finest stuff. Like their life depends on it, every single dish, because in the underworld of cooking, it definitely does. And the interesting thing is, I'm wondering what war they're actually talking about in this show, because I didn't, maybe they specified, but it sounds like the underworld went to war with the people in the higher ups when it came to like food or something. I don't even know, man. But regardless, the underworld has been through quite a bit, and they're still in a position where they're trying to be more known, I guess, in the case of just being known for better food, better exquisite taste. Um, but like I said, two of the people that they could have showed us a little bit of their dish or just how they cook in general, kind of just skate by without being shown anything on screen. And the one guy that we did see get shown on screen, he just made a whole bunch of crazy meat and whatnot for this old man's Last Supper, which, in hindsight, I really did like Soma's take on the whole Last Supper thing when it came down to it. Clearly, he had, I mean, if it was your Last Supper and you could only eat certain stuff, like for instance, if he didn't have any teeth, he might have to eat porridge or something, right? Like, he would have to dealt with something edible that didn't have his teeth available, or maybe those are fake teeth, you know? So it's those tiny little details that could have changed all of this, but of course, being from the underworld, the only thing that made him an old man, that made him someone who would be useful for the testing, is that he's lost the passion to keep cooking. He's actually lost, not the passion, but it is kind of passion, plus it's just old time, you know, like him trying to stand in front in the kitchen for an hour or less is probably ridiculously hard on him, so that's something he cannot do anymore. But because of it, he was taking it as like, oh, then I could never do anything that I enjoy. I'll never enjoy anything. And that's kind of what the underground people probably taught them too, right? Like, he probably met other old people that thought the same way or actually passed away thinking that way. But for him, he's lucky enough to bump into Soma, who, if he really wants his final meal, if he wants that to be something that could happen, this was just the first appetizer he got from Soma. Everybody else, he had his final supper from them that he let pass, pretty much, is what I'm understanding. But for Soma, he gave him his first appetizer. Like, now, you don't even know what your true final supper tastes like, right? Like, now you're just kind of just left to guess, and that was an amazing part of having these people like Soma and everybody that we came with, because that's just in their DNA to be like that. Like, they're naturally nice. They're naturally going to put their best foot forward to make others feel better if they can. And since they can, they are doing that. For example, since Soma had to cook someone the Last Supper, and he did what he does best and passed, the other two, one had to make baby food and make sure that they didn't do any other allergies and stuff like that, while the girl had to she had to make pet food that even the owner could enjoy. So very, very weird stuff, and I'm guessing more than not all of the Noors passed these tests, so it only makes sense that they would. It wouldn't make much sense for them to just perish very easily. But the one thing that definitely caught my attention is how they're treating God Tongue, and it feels like this is something that probably happened to one of the better people that are always seated, facing every single person that seemingly lost. That's messed up, man. Alright, now everybody that's lost, if you can beat this one person, you win. Like, that's seemingly what she has to go through. And not only did they have their dreams kind of dashed, now she has to dash them again and destroy their dreams. So, very, very interesting stuff. I hope to hear from you guys sooner than later. I'm definitely kind of swamped on these days, and I'm trying to put out as many videos as possible before I'm literally at work and I can't put out anything besides post to Instagram and Twitter and Reddit. I can only do stuff like that, so hopefully I can get all these videos out to you. There's a lot of shows that came out. Some of them are going to have to be later, while others might just be a whole different day in general. So hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I will definitely talk to you sooner than later. So hopefully you check out some of the other videos that are going to drop today, and I'll talk to you soon. Alright, peace.